Hello and welcome to Peterson Wealth Services Point of View. It is Monday, April 13th.
Time's just
2020.
flying by.
It is flying. No, not really.
Yeah.
We're just here one day at a time, and it does seem like the joke that says April took 5 years. So we're in the middle of it right now. I want to talk a little bit about what's going on, continuing to get the blast of headlines, constantly something to do with the coronavirus, COVID-19, cases, deaths, etc., etc. So it just continues to blast. We're going to put those on the screen. Things that have just, been reported over the last few days, and continuing to create fear in the minds of not only America but all over the world, and then how that relates to investors and what they should do. Should they do anything? That it's creating a lot of this anxiety and uncertainty, and making people do things that potentially could be harmful. The headline in the Ogden Standard Examiner over the weekend, the front page news was, "Man survives COVID-19." And it was almost as if that was the most miraculous thing that had ever happened in the history of the world. And that kind of sensationalism is really doing more harm than good. What we need to be talking about is the number of people who are recovering fully from this and getting on with their lives, and not making a big dramatic event over somebody who had it and recovered from it.
You saw a lot of celebrities that came down with it, and it was a big news headline when they got it. You're not seeing the big news headline when they
Go
recovered
back to
from it.
normal.
That's in the
Zero.
fine print.
Nothing.
It's
Yeah.
frustrating.
It's very frustrating. So, just take that with a grain of salt. Understand what the media is trying to do. They're trying to sell ads. They're trying to get people to watch and to listen. And that goes almost hand in hand with what the pharmaceutical industry is trying to do, by getting people to feel like they need to have a pill or a drug or something to get through life in this kind of crisis. And these are the things that's very frustrating for us, and we're watching what the media does to people. So just know that there's always a different viewpoint, usually has some sort of a personal vested interest for the people who are putting it out there.
Sure.
Let's talk for a minute about making decisions, though. If people do succumb to the news and feel like they need to make a decision to sell, for example, that's usually a quick and easy decision. Sean, talk about the other side of that.
The other side of it is when to get back in, and it's very difficult to do. And put a person that sells, they're becoming a market timer, which we aren't market timers, never claimed to be. But when you sell, now you've got to get back in, and you're hoping to get back in at a lower point. So what's that mean? It has to be worse news, worse market metrics, whatever you're seeing out there. And very few people have the guts to do it. So they end up not getting back in, then things recover and it feels great and dandy, then they'll maybe eventually get back in, but probably at a higher price point than when they sold. So they locked in a loss, and it's very hard. And I think that's why there's study after study of the individual investor underperforming institutionals or markets in general. So it's because they're not investing with long-term goals. They change it to investing with emotions, which is
Short-term.
wrong.
Yeah, we've seen that in the market at its worst here 2 weeks ago, when everything was going crazy, people getting emotional, wanting to sell at that point. Dow was at 18,500, I believe.
Around there.
And without any real great news other than, some positive potential changes in the number of deaths, not going to be quite as high, which we told you would happen. But now it's going back up. We've gone up 20% in the Dow in 2 weeks. Unprecedented type of a market move. For the folks who got out at that point are, kind of wondering now what to do.
Yeah.
And that's the tough part. So we're going to show you on this chart now the intra-year declines and how those can really be dramatic in the highest to the lowest point in any given year.
Yeah, this is a great chart. It shows the S&P 500 index. It's saying over the last 40 years, the average intra-year drop is just shy of 14%. However, the market, or the S&P in this case, has ended positive 30 of the last 40 years, so 75% of the time. The red dots along the bottom represent from the high to the low what the decline was. So go all the way to the right. You can see this year to date from the top to where we are now, negative 34%.
That was actually the low point, right, Sean?
That was the low point.
Was the low point probably
Yeah.
2 weeks ago?
Yep, 2 weeks ago. And then the gray bar actually represents how the index did for the year overall. And
Where
you
they
can-
settled.
Where it settled. And you can see, I don't see one bar on that chart where it ended at the actual low. So there's always seems to be some sort of a bounce back. And what this chart really represents is declines are normal. They're going to happen, especially if you have a portion of your portfolio in equities.
Stocks.
Yeah. So great chart, really like to show that. And the reason why we do show it is because some people are thinking, do I need to do something? You know, the market's declining. And the answer is staying the course has usually been the best strategy.
The markets always recover, at least historically. That's the idea. Good
Right.
companies recover. They're all out there getting ready to go back online. This stimulus package is coming. We know the government officials, the higher ups, are trying to decide how to reopen the economy.
Right.
So that's kind of where we stand on these reports coming. Fast and furious. We want to get the economy back open. They're trying to do it in a smart way. No, there's going to be at that other side that says negative. Doesn't matter if we did it tomorrow or in 2 years. They would be unhappy with it. So there's this anger. Companies are going to rebound from this. We want to be participating as the markets do that.
Exactly. So if you have any questions or anything about your own situation, please give us a call. We're here at the office. Be happy to chat with you.
Thanks a lot, you guys. Take care out there.
Goodbye.